Conquerors, warriors, welcome into another edition of the Front Seven Rush Show. I'm your man Vince Ingram. I'm a superstar producer, big time. Bijan Taylor.
Oh my God.
There you go. Oh my God, got it.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
my God, got it. Get it
it's
every
always
time.
it's a flip. It goes back and forth. Sometimes one mic works, sometimes the other one works. I
Gets
I
it
got to back up
every
when the
time.
main don't work.
What's up, brother?
Man, I'm good. Today was a day at work.
Well, tell me
Man,
about it. Don't play with me.
a coworker of mine, now a friend of mine, since I've been working there, he blew up today. He kind of went off on the our new manager.
Really?
Yeah, yeah,
Is this something
yeah.
you need to be talking about?
I mean, he didn't. It wasn't crazy. Like he wasn't like cussing him out or anything, but he definitely was raising his voice and stuff. And
He
I
was a
mean,
little he was a little perturbed.
yeah, a little perturbed, a little
Yeah,
heated.
yeah.
Um, not to the extent where he lost his job though. You know,
Good.
but close to it. Like if he would have maybe been a little more direct with the things he was saying or cussed or something. Yeah,
Right, right.
yeah.
Yeah. Just sometimes you get those, man. You get those. You get so and a lot of times it's so sad, it don't even be job related. You be going through something at home.
Yeah, yeah, I hear
A
you.
lot of times, man, when people come to work and they just on edge and they snapping at everybody, especially if that's out of their norm,
Yeah,
9 times out of 10, man, they dealing with something from home.
that's a
And they
good point.
bringing it to work with them. Yeah.
I should uh I should look into that. I didn't even consider that because he's getting married soon.
There
So
you
I was
go.
thinking,
He may be stressed out over what's going on. The man's being put on him.
yeah,
The deadlines being put on him. The money he's spending.
right,
On and on and on, man. I mean, this relationship thing is a big bad animal.
man.
Yeah,
Tell me, tell me about it. Is
yeah,
my mic is good?
yeah,
Okay, all right.
yeah. Jimbo, what's up, baby? What's happening, Jimmy? Yeah,
What's
man.
going on?
It's yeah, it's one of those things, man, that it just depends. I
Yeah,
mean, I remember way back in the day when I worked for FedEx, man. And I mean, I've always been pretty laid back, cool guy for everybody. As
yeah,
far as I know, I don't have any enemies. So, I mean, I was like that at work, man. I'm cracking jokes. I got a smile on my face. Well, this particular day,
yeah. Huh?
um, one of my close buddies said something, and I just snapped, man.
On
Just
him,
it was, I mean, not like snapped on him, like going off on him, but just my whole tone was off. Like I
yeah.
wasn't just things that normally would be funny to us and we would joke
Hmm.
about. There was no
Yep,
joking,
yep, yep.
and it was
Yeah.
all from home. And later
Yeah.
I told him, I maybe the next day, I went apologized to him. I said, bro, man, this is what's up, da da da, my
Yeah.
bad. He was like, man, I just like, man, what's going on with this?
Yeah,
You
I'm
know,
glad. I'm glad to see that self-awareness. You recognize that you apologize, not because you hurt anybody's feelings, but because when you come to work, um, that you spend so much time there away from home
right.
that that's the last place where you need something, something off.
Yeah,
You want to come in and you just want to vibe and get through that, so that when you get back home, everything serious is out there. And
Right.
so you recognize like, yeah, I threw off the vibe, threw off the environment. I wasn't myself.
And it wasn't his bro. I had to let him know you just doing what we always do.
Yeah.
It's all me. Everything was me, man. And apologize to him. And the sad thing about it was we was good, but we wasn't what we were the same.
Oh man,
Yeah,
dang,
yeah. I
dang.
mean,
So,
because I can't remember exactly what I said, but whatever I said,
oh shit.
you would think, damn, he been holding this. This is how he
Oh,
really
okay.
feel, type
Right.
of thing.
Yeah.
When I didn't, man, but a lot of times, man, you can forgive a person, bro. You can't forget what they did or said. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true. That's true.
Yeah, yeah. Herb,
That's
what's
true.
up? How you doing, the lovely? Herb, what's up, Herb? But it's so I mean, just listen to the story. I don't know the gentleman, but and if that's not the norm with him, that may be a possibility.
Yeah. I don't. I wouldn't say that's the norm. It's not the first time, but I wouldn't say it's the norm.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah. And then you just got some people, man, who just ain't happy nowhere.
Mm.
No matter what the circumstance is, they won't, and they gonna let you know. That's funny that we talking about this, man, because you know, uh, a lot of people, everybody's not a leader.
Right.
You have some owners that's not leaders. They just own an establishment, but they're
Yeah.
not necessarily good at leading people or good
Yeah.
at or even good with working with other people. You know what I mean? You
I hear
have
you.
to realize, which is something I had to do. You have to realize that everybody's not like you.
So would you say that? I mean, how does a person that's not good with people stay in a manager role? What? Just because they're what meeting?
Well, I didn't say manager. Most of the
Oh,
time, the managers are the
Oh,
leaders. I said
okay.
owner.
Okay. Okay. Owners. Yeah, you did say
Yeah,
owner. Okay.
right. So you just got to have the capital
True.
and the credit to be the owner,
True.
basically. Now to lead people, which means to make people want to follow you, you have to have certain characteristics. Everybody don't have it.
So where are you getting at? So we're talking owners now. Where are you getting at?
Right. Well, I mean, I'm just saying we was talking about people bringing their baggage to work,
Uh huh.
right?
Yeah.
Um, Most leaders not gonna bring their baggage to work.
No.
Never. You'll never see
Mm-mm.
them sweat.
No.
Good leaders, because you got some leaders that's garbage and they typically don't lead long. But you have some good leaders that is not gonna bring their baggage to work. It's gonna be work. You know what I'm
Not gonna
saying?
do
But an owner, you might not never see them, and then once you do, you realize they're an asshole.
it.
You know, because
Yeah. That's
they don't have to lead.
yeah.
They just have to keep you employed. That's their job.
I'll tell you something. That's a strong point because the owner of this company, he walks through and everything. He's a quiet person. He stays to himself. You could tell even in the company he's got a close knit circle. Doesn't really mingle with the employees like that.
Right.
He's a fast walker, walks straight through.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm sure with people that he's comfortable with, he's a people person.
Mm-hmm.
But leadership wise in the company, like employee wise,
Right.
touching the people,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it sounds like what you're talking about, or at least something like that.
Right.
Yeah,
He's probably a great owner, a horrible leader.
yeah,
Not good with leading people.
yeah,
Yeah, you have to have a certain thing about you to be able to not just lead, but want people to want to follow you. You know what
right,
I'm saying?
right,
A lot of people just, if they got bad leaders, they can either one get led down a dark tunnel and beat the hell out of, or they're not gonna give you much effort. They just gonna give you bare minimum.
yeah,
Good leaders, people want to do their best for good leaders.
right, yeah. And if let's say he changed his tune, right, and he started, when he came through, he stayed a little longer, talked to employees, asked them, hey, what are you working on, this and that, check
Mm-hmm.
or something, not like micromanage, but just getting in there a little bit. Maybe that could, I don't know, what would that do? Maybe encourage us to work a little harder because you're like, oh, hey, this guy's cool, the owner's cool, you
I
know?
mean, and it's not necessarily about him being cool, man. It's just if you are showing that you care about somebody,
Yeah,
that's a good leader. They don't want to feel
yeah,
like just an employee.
right.
Good leaders almost make you feel like, I mean, I can't do this without you.
Hmm. Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
can't, I can't, come on, man. I need you to do this. That's the only way this thing gonna run. This is the
yeah.
only way it's gonna run right. You have to, what I learned this a long time ago. A lot of times when you're dealing with different personalities,
Hmm.
okay. Now this is a little bit of psychology. Check this out. A little bit of reverse psychology. This is your boy now, man. I'm not, you know what I mean? I ain't never been deemed the smartest cat in the
Preach,
world.
preach.
But what you have to do is when you dealing with different personalities, man, you have to take everybody's strength and make them feel like your strength is needed for this in order for this to go right.
Yeah, you're critical.
You're very critical.
Yeah.
People like to feel needed at work. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? If you make them feel needed, man, almost like I'll give you a perfect example. Again, back in the day, I was a team leader, at this place. Well, anyway, this dude had a real bad person, a real bad. I mean, everything was bad. He kind of like the dude we talking about, man. He was having stuff going on at home, and so when he came to work, man, he just brought this attitude with it. And
Hmm.
then he was older than I was, so by me being in this leadership role, he actually resented it. He didn't say it out loud, but he actually resented it because I was younger. He had me
Oh,
telling him, "Hey, I need you to do this and this and this and this and this."
I've heard that before. They
He
don't
hated
like
it.
that. Yeah. Oh,
He
I'm
hated
more experienced. Well, I'm not. I know what I'm doing. Don't come in here try to
right
supervise me. You
all
know.
that. So he would push buttons to get you to, you know, well, what's up to try to get combative with you.
Okay. Right.
So when you're dealing with somebody like that, man, unfortunately, you have to make them feel like, damn, man, the little things that they doing, if they, let's say they drawing a straight line, you
Yeah.
almost be like, man, I can't believe you got this line so straight. And those
uh,
type of people, like he would be like, yeah, all I did was this, and this.
yeah, I
And
can
you be
show
like,
you a few.
wait, show me again, man. It just depends on how much you wanna.
Right.
But when you
Depends. Yeah.
but when you do that, you get so much more out of people versus,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You just can't, because everybody is different, man. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, that's just a little, you know, that you take with you, man. And anybody getting in a leadership role, man, you have to. There's a difference between leaders and owners, man.
I, I'm familiar with what you're talking about. I've seen it. I've seen it at play. I've never heard it described just flat out. So
Yeah,
it's funny. Like,
yeah.
look how
But you've seen
straight.
it. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I've seen it
yeah,
because I'm like, man, what that person just did not deserve that much praise.
yeah. At all.
But it made sense because right after that, they were more willing to do the next thing.
Right.
They weren't lazying about it, taking too long of breaks or
Hmm.
something. Like they were they
Right.
felt they were like, oh yeah, yeah, I like whoever boss is, whoever.
He felt needed.
Yeah,
He felt respected.
yeah,
Probably something he wasn't getting home at all. He's probably getting disrespected. Probably had been told to get the hell out. Who
yeah,
knows, man,
yeah.
what he was dealing with. Uh, but it's just it's
Oh man, that's
it's
funny.
yeah, it's the it works, man. And I mean, and then when there's a such thing as leading by example. Is a
Leading by
such thing.
example.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, people like to see you get your hands dirty from time to time. Now
Hmm.
you don't keep your hands in the mud, because if you got your hands in the mud, you can't lead.
Right.
Now you in a subordinate role. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
you gotta have less task than all the people you're managing. You
You
can't
can't
be.
see if you got your head down. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Yeah.
So you have to, but it's important, especially for, again, some people have to see that in order for them to respect
Hmm.
you. They have to see it, man. So that's a trip, but you
Ooh.
know, yeah.
Leadership 101.
Leadership 101. D Mac, what's up, man? Where you been? D Mac said he used it on gal. See, well, he said he said he used it on females. See what his head at, man. But
Yep.
hey, whatever floats your boat.
Whatever floats your boat.
Whatever floats your boat. Thank you, man. I feel like it was great. It's lasted me this long, and it's work, man. People, I feel like people enjoy working with me. You know.
You you know what? You know where I see that most often is with kids.
Mm,
With kids, when someone a parent is parenting their child and they're like, oh, great job, because they just want to encourage them to keep going. You
right.
know, it's like it's not perfect, but that's not the point.
Mm-hmm.
The point is to show up every day, to keep
Yeah.
going, and a
Yeah.
great leader encourages you to do that.
Right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Bam.
That's good, son. That's real good. But check this out. What if you would have did this?
Right.
Try it like that. Oh, I
Yeah.
ain't even think about it like that. Yeah, just try it like that. See what see how that worked for you.
Yeah. The
You
guy I
know.
was talking about at work, he prefers that, and he'll say it out loud that he prefers that. Like he's very conscious. So if he feels
Mhm.
like someone gave him some criticism that wasn't constructive or like how you're saying encouraging, he'll actually say that like out loud, like and be like, yeah, no, I think like he'll like coach your leadership.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
interesting. It's interesting.
But also, with all that being said, a good leader, you got to know when to get rid of a bad teammate.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? You have to know when to get rid of a toxic teammate. It's like when you put, what I'm saying, a rotten apple in the basket with all good fresh apples. Eventually, that one rotten apple is gonna make the rest of them rotten, man.
Yeah.
So that hinders your leadership when you
Yeah.
allow that cancer to stay on the team.
And I hope that's not the case. But like you're saying, as a leader, it's the new manager's job
Mm-hmm.
to pay attention to that and catch that early. So if he feels like after this outburst, or if he feels like this is going to be a reoccurring thing, yeah, it's
First of all, I don't know what happened, but I do know that y'all should have never heard their outbursts.
oh yeah, no, definitely. And
So,
and the manager was trying to say, he was trying to have the conversation elsewhere,
mm-hmm.
but my guy was like, no, no, we can talk here, and the guy was like, you sure? So
Now see that right there, man. Unfortunately, that's not somebody you want on the team. Because if I say, if me and you, because I mean, two grown people gonna have disagreements. It's just gonna
mhm,
happen.
yeah,
But when you say, hey man, let's go in here and talk about
there's a
it, and
time and
you
place.
tell me, no, we can do it here. So you trying to get it riled up, and you trying to get everybody else riled up.
Hmm.
So if you are trying to disassemble my team like that,
Ooh,
then you got to go, man. I
ooh.
mean, you got to go. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Said disassemble.
Disassemble. I
Damn.
mean, why wouldn't he just, all right, let's go in here and talk?
Right,
We still talking.
right.
Now let's do it right here where everybody can see me put this, so
Yeah,
everybody can hear what I'm saying and hear what I'm about to say about you.
yeah. Like that's something that the guy that you said was older than you, but you were
Mhm.
his manager. That's something he would do.
That's something that he would attempt to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
attempt to do. Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah,
And at that time, if you can't coerce him in, hey man, let's go to the back and talk in the office, then as a leader, you don't sit there and dance with him. You go
yeah.
on and move around.
Hmm.
You leave him there talking about yourself. But when everything is over, yeah, I got you. Got to see me. You
Right.
got to see me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if not, then you ain't gonna have no respect for me. You think you can handle me like that every time?
Right.
You know, there's an issue.
Right.
So anyway,
Whew.
that's what it is, man. That's what it is. Yeah, bro. You know, man, I wanted to say this is something I was thinking about um today, actually. And I wanted to share it with everybody, man. Um, and I wanted y'all to try something for me. And most of you may already be doing it. I don't know. Could be already doing it, which is if you are great. But if you're not, I'd like for everybody that can hear me, man, to try, not to try, but to start giving away the 10%.
Mm.
Now, this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying, go give you 10% to the church or whatever. But what I'm saying is that you choose something, whether it be the church, whether it be kids, whether it be some kind of big brothers, big sisters thing, whether it be, your time. It ain't got to necessarily be money. If it's your time, um, if you're whatever it is, though, make sure it equals up to 10% of whatever you're making, of whatever you gross that week. And this is my philosophy, man. And trust me, if you try it, I promise you it will work. I promise you it will work, man. I promise you it will work. All I'm asking is to try it and be consistent with it. The only reason I say pick a charity or a church or something is because you can stay more consistent like that. If you try to do it with your time, you're not going to hardly stay consistent. And the
Mm-hmm.
consistency is the key. The being consistent with it is the key.
Right.
You know what I mean? One time somebody said to me, I was making a comment about buying a certain type of automobile, right? And so the automobile was a lot of money, a lot of money. And so they said, "You sure you want to do that? That's a lot of money." And I said, "Well, if I can afford to get a Lord Hills, then I can afford this."
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
So I put that on me, like, if I can afford whatever I can afford to get a Lord, I can afford anything else. So if I get a mortgage for $3,000 a month, three thousand
Mm-hmm.
dollars a month mortgage,
Yeah.
and let's say I'm just throwing a number out here. I'm getting the Lord $500 a week. So if I'm getting the Lord $500 a week, that means I'm making $5,000 a week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I can get a Lord $500 a week, that's $2,000 a month. So if
Yeah.
I can get a Lord $2,000 a month, I'm just giving the Lord $2,000 a month, or I'm giving big sisters, big brothers $2,000 a month, or I'm giving you. I mean, there's countless of things out there you can do.
Right.
The point is that, and what I believe and what I stand on, if you give something to make other people lives better, it's gonna come back, man. It's gonna come back. I guarantee you, it's gonna come back. But the consistency is the key. So
Mm-hmm.
you want to start training your mind not to get by this mortgage, get this $3,000 mortgage, but
Yeah.
training your mind to, I want to get a Lord, or I want to get a charity more and more and more. Because if you can get a charity more and more and more, then you can afford more and more and more, right?
Everything
And like
else.
I said, it's not, don't handicap yourself to no church. It's not about that. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that's the way you stay consistent. They have what is it? The cancer thing is
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Cancer or ALS
They
or
got a bunch of stuff, man,
yeah.
that you could just send a check. You could
The
just
kids hospital.
the kids hospital, man.
Yeah.
But just do whatever your. And I'm only saying this because everybody's hearing me. I want the best for everybody, and anything that works for me,
Mm-hmm.
that works great for me, I definitely want to share with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
So let me see, because I like breaking things down. So or summarizing them. So you're saying instead of like, let's say you make 5,000 a month, and your motivation is to buy new cars, new clothes, get a mortgage, and all that. Like that's your motivation. Instead of it being all on you and being kind of self-consuming, or self-absorbed, or whatever you want to call that. You're
Mm-hmm.
saying flip the motivation and flip it to your motivation is to do more for others. So
That's it.
you should always have a little bit in the tank, at least 10% of doing
Mm-hmm.
something for others, and let that be your motivation to grow that.
That's your motivation.
And in that way, at least you'll be doing something for others. You'll be helping you, and in doing something for others, that comes back
That comes back.
and good deeds
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
good favor
Right.
and stuff like that versus getting a new car. uh are you're not there's no good favor coming back from that. You
Nah.
just got a good time.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. The more you can give, the more you're making. So
Hmm.
if you concentrate on the more you can give,
Hmm.
that means that's the more you're making. If you go by the 10% um, theory, you know what I'm saying? If you go by the 10% theory, the more you're giving, the more you're making,
Right.
right?
Right.
And the more you're making, the more things you can do for yourself.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
I'm saying.
Yep.
So you
Yep.
think about it, and you think about it that way,
Full circle.
opposed to, like you said, thinking about, I got a house. I'm gonna go get me
Yeah.
this house. I'm gonna go get my girl this bag. I'm gonna go do this. Mm-mm. You think about the people that's less fortunate, man, and don't
Hmm.
even consider where it's going.
Right.
That's not your business.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because now you're thinking about it with your mind, and you're not doing it
Yeah.
from your heart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
then if you start thinking that way, and assuming that, I can think about it that way but still give freely from the heart, it's not going to work, because no
Mm-mm.
matter what, we're smart individuals. Our brain will start doing actions
Mm-hmm.
that are based off of what we're thinking on. Like if
Right.
I'm thinking I'm going to get an edge up by talking to this person, and I'm going to get some intel or something that could help me get this promotion or whatever. If I think that, my actions are gonna, right. Like
Right.
even if I'm like, oh no, I'm not gonna do it. No, that's I'm not, like, no matter what. When they walk by, you're gonna start saying good morning,
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking too much about where it's going instead of just who it's going to,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Right.
I get
You
you.
don't think about any of that, man. That's not your concern. All your concern is being able to give. Is being able to give, man. I
Yeah.
mean, and I just I just would like you guys to try it, man, and see. Come back in a few months. I mean, it ain't like if you get 10% Friday, Monday, crap load of, it doesn't work like that. That's why I say consistency is
Yeah.
it, man. You get to the point where you don't even know it's gone. You don't even think about it.
Yeah.
You're
Right.
just doing it, because I mean, that's the type of person you are. That's the type of soul that you have.
I'll tell you from experience myself, the biggest or most meaningful wins that I've gotten have come from helping others.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
just getting a job or getting a check, or selling something and getting some money here or whatever. Like, yeah, I've gotten some things that were cool,
Hmm.
but the things that I really needed, or the things that I really enjoyed the most, came from, really, I would say, came for free from people that
Yeah.
that I was just good to, or a friend
Right.
with for, and or there when they were in need or something.
Right.
Yeah.
And like we're talking again, it's a lot of different things. I just throw out the church, but you got, you know, man, research that needs to be done. You got MD Anderson. You got. I mean, like I said, Big Brother. You got battered women. You got a whole lot of stuff, man, that you can do that don't. And then it starts little. So if you don't say you make $200 a week, and I'm throwing out a number, get $20. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where it starts. It's not a monetary thing, like you got to be making X amount. You just start. You start whatever you have,
So
and watch how it come, how it go get you, man. It's gonna come back to you, man. I'm telling you, man. It's gonna come back to you, big time.
so what do you say to somebody that gives, but they don't really care about what they're giving to. They just found something. They're like, I
That doesn't even matter if you don't. If it's
mm,
something you just giving, you don't have to care about it.
mm,
I mean,
mm,
that's actually pretty good because you're not even thinking about where it's going and who may be getting it. You're just
well,
giving it,
yeah,
and that's all. Once you give it, and you give it from the heart, and if you don't care about it, you definitely just giving it. And that's cool,
yeah,
But that's still, from anybody's perspective, is going to help somebody else.
yeah, right,
You
yeah.
feel me?
No, that's
So
true. Yeah, even if you don't care, it's still helping
even
someone.
if you don't care, you just pick something. That's
Like
what
you,
a lot of the celebrities do, man. They don't know about that stuff. They just pick something.
that's true. That's true. And like seeing like a homeless person on the road, there's a lot of people that they're like they don't really care where that person is sleeping that night, but they
Right.
they 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 see him and they get like, I got a 20. Here, take this, or oh, I got some change. Here, take this. They don't really care, but they're still giving it to someone in need. Still giving it to someone else.
But again, it's very important that it's the 10 and it's consistent. That's those are the two things that you have to do. You can't just, see somebody and give them $20 and think you're doing a good deed. It's not that.
Yeah,
You have to be consistent, and you got to do whatever you're doing, whatever you're bringing in, whether it be weekly, monthly, however you want to do it.
I hear
But
you.
it's make it to make be sure to make it to 10%, and make it consistent. Make sure if you do it on Fridays, make sure it's every Friday.
The the only reason that I can, I say I hear you, and I say like I believe what you're saying about the 10%. The only reason though I do believe that is because with anything you're doing, if you don't put enough effort in past a certain amount, you're not going to see any results.
Right.
Like working out, like if you do one push up a day, I
Exactly.
mean,
You
you're
ain't
not
gonna see it.
you're not going to see anything.
Right.
Now if you do 50 a day, you know,
Mm-hmm.
hey, that you may see something. You build up from there. 200 a
Right.
day. I mean, if you stop at 200 a day,
Mm.
you're pretty good at doing
Right.
200 a day. You're gonna
Right.
be
And
you're
you
gonna be
doing it
solid.
every day.
Yeah,
You don't see somebody. You see somebody in June. You come back and see them in September. You're gonna be like, "Damn,
right, right.
what you been
So
doing?"
yeah, and that
Yeah.
and that 200 a day is probably not even 10% of whatever energy you got for that day. But I hear you. Like,
Yeah.
it's something consistent, some effort put into
Right.
it. ten
Right.
percent makes sense if you got to
Yeah.
put a number on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. The lovely said, "Builders are not leaders. Leaders are not managers. Managers are not builders, and so on. Everyone needs to stay in their lane." The lovely also said, "Your 10% can be anything that serves someone."
hmm
Yeah, exactly. It can be anything that serves someone, but it has to be consistent, and it has to be 10% of whatever you're offering. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
hey, Vince, what do you say? Man, we gotta jump to something else. But what do you say about people that have a job in the service industry. So their job is to serve others. Like let's say that, let's say it's either hospital, like they're a nurse, or like they're a waiter or something. Like okay,
Mm,
that's not the same thing. Let's say hospital,
right.
nurse. What do
Mm.
you what do you say about them?
Well, they're getting a paycheck for that.
Mm,
So now, if they volunteer
mm,
outside of that with doing their profession, that's different.
right.
If they go to work and they do their thing, and then on the weekends, every weekend, they go or twice a weekend or whatever the case
Hmm.
may be. They go somewhere at a shelter, a woman's shelter or something, and offer their services there for nothing.
Right.
You feel
I
me?
hear you. I hear
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. So that's just how I look at it, man. Like I said, I just it's just something I wanted to share with y'all, man, and I'd like to ask everybody to try it. Give it a try, and see how it worked for it. Come back and let me know in a couple of months. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you got to stay consistent and you got to stay with the 10%. You can't come back and be like, man, this shit don't work, man. And you did something, gave you your time on 2 Fridays out the month for
Yeah.
10 minutes, for
Yeah.
20 minutes. It's not gonna work that way.
Mm.
It's not gonna work that way. And like I said, if you're not into the church thing, which a lot of people aren't, and that's cool. And me personally, I move around with different things. I do a couple of churches. I do, you know, what is it? I get letters from them, but it's I think it's the cancer research deal. I don't know
Mm.
where that's going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I just, hey, boom, and yeah, man, I think it's worked out pretty well, and it's
Hey,
still working pretty good.
still
You know what I'm
working.
saying? So hey, that's what it is, man. Damn, what I was looking at. I want to ask you about something, man.
Huh?
I want to ask everybody about something. Matter of fact, let me see. Look, man. Uh, okay. Boom. We're gonna get into this one question. You and your lady come to you one day and say, "My ex is ill. He don't have anybody else, so he need me to I need to go and aid him. I need to go and help him out. I need to go some things he need." I see you shaking your head. Your lady comes to you. His ex is ill. Her ex is ill. Men and women, this is a question for everybody. Beloved, your ex is ill. Um, or no, your guy's ex is ill. He says, "Hey, look, my ex is ill. You know, she need me. She don't have anybody else. I'm just going to help out, do what I can, whatever." BJ, you're not cool with your ex. I mean,
No.
with your lady going to her ill. That came from one of the Tyler Perry movies, right? What
Oh. Oh.
the chick was with a guy. They broke up. She got with another guy. Her ex guy got shot in the back, so now he ill. He needs some assistance. She went to his aid, man. She just, I gotta go. I gotta go. She
No.
went to his aid. So
No.
you ain't you so you ain't cool with that for her going to assist her ex.
Nope. Um.
When I say assist, maybe help him pay his bills. Cause I mean he's down for the count. It's certain thing he can not. She's not monetarily giving money, but she's doing the things he normally couldn't do
Yeah. For him. Yeah.
for him. Yeah, she's aiding him for
Yeah.
sure. Now on the movie, when she went to the guy's aid and she was helping him and getting him in and out the tub, you know, um, after a while, then he was like grabbing on to her,
I
like,
bet.
right.
I bet.
Um, so
No.
you, so it's a no for you. It's a
I
no for you.
mean, once they're your ex, they're your ex. So if you ask me, unless you have kids with each other, you're strangers again. You're not you're not friends, are you? They weren't talking. They weren't buddy
They
buddy. And you,
no, they wasn't doing any of that. Well, let's add it all in then, since you have a older child with this person. You can look at it any kind of way.
mm,
I personally don't think it matters one way or the other, but you can look at it any kind of way. Um,
do, do, do you let me? let me know. For you, does age matter? Like, what if they're in their 80s? Does that even matter?
Yeah, that matters, man. Nobody ain't trying no shit in their 80s. I'm
Oh,
talking about,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
we
So
still
they could
we ain't
care
no
for their
older than
ex.
55. We ain't no
Oh,
older than
okay.
55.
But if they were in their 80s, they could care for their ex.
So in your from where you stand, they gotta be in their 80s.
I don't know. I'm trying to work through it.
Nah, bro. The scenario don't travel that long.
Okay.
It don't
Well,
go that long.
if you
I
ask
mean,
me, no.
that's not even interesting.
Yeah. If you ask me, no. Definitely not. Definitely
So
not.
definitely no for you. D Mac, what's up,
Definitely not.
man? I mean,
No.
you letting your ex go aid her. I mean, you letting your gal go aid her ex, man. He's down for the count. He has nobody else. Um, he just need a little assistance, man. And she runs to assist him, Xavier. I
That's
mean,
not happening.
what's your deal on this? Are you letting your man come to you and say, hey, my ex was in a car wreck. She need me right now. Um, she's down. She's in the bed. Some things she needs. She don't have anybody else. I'm going to help her out.
Oh well.
Damn, man. Damn.
They got to find somebody else. I mean, look, they're out of your life. They're out of your life at this point. So, I mean, anybody coming over to help you, it's fair game. It's equal. It doesn't have to be my current. You know,
Mm.
your ex, my current. That's how it is.
Where your ex want to go. That's the deal. Your ex want to go help out. Xavier said, I'll be there with him or I'm out. So she's only saying, I got to go with him. I don't
Hmm.
think you're going to, he's just going to tell you, ex, that, hey, she was in a car wreck and she don't have anybody else. So all of them just go help her out a little bit.
You know what I'm okay with? I'm okay with the hospital visit. I'm okay with that.
I mean, but he needs therapy.
No, you can't be there for his therapy, helping him walk. Hell no. No, I'm sorry, but you can't go help your ex learn how to walk again. Y'all two might as well just rebuild your relationship while he's rebuilding his legs. Cause that's that's not happening.
Damn. So, and it's not an insecure thing with you.
I think it's well, it's not an insecure thing, but it's a security thing, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to keep what you have, you don't share that too much with others,
Mm-hmm.
and that's too much of a share.
Right. Um.
Or you don't share at all. But I mean, let's say people are people. You can't just 100% exclusively have this person. So of course you got to share their time, but that is beyond sharing time. I mean, that's sharing devotion. That's sharing their heart, their
Right.
their time as well. Like, no, no, that's a conflict. It's a conflict.
Hmm. Um. Yeah, man. It's not a easy thing. I don't think it can be considered an easy thing. Um. So, what's your take on what do you think about the guy or the lady who says I got to go and help him or her out?
It's funny. I'm saying this now, but I'm so passive, right?
Mm-hmm.
That if they asked me that or said they needed to go do that, I'd have some pushback. But if they made it sound reasonable in the beginning, I'd probably be okay with it until my feelings ramped up enough to the point where I'm like, okay, this is too much. It's
Mm-hmm.
gotta. All right. You helped out. That's cool. Did a good thing, but now they help them find someone else.
So would you think it's safe to say you would put like a time limit on it, so to speak?
Yeah. Yeah,
Definitely.
because I'm passive, so like I hate being unreasonable or
Hmm.
unbendable. So
Right.
I'm like, okay, yeah, for now,
Yeah.
until
Yeah.
I'm very uncomfortable with it, and then it's like, okay, yeah.
Right. Right. Now, I think that would be my lane. I would give a certain amount of time, and then after that, then nah, it's starting to be too much.
Hmm.
You over there every day?
For a year.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
couldn't go on for a year.
Yeah.
Every day for a year, and
Yeah.
that's just our regular thing. Hey, babe, where you at? Oh, I'm over here cooking for John. Oh, okay.
Right.
You made dinner for me? Yeah, your dinner's in the oven. Or nah, just order something. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can bring you some. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Xavier said the fact that most males think their primary base is to provide. Really? Question mark. No. What up, Sam?
Ooh,
I mean, I just had to get out of that. What up, man? You know what I mean? I read Xavier's up, then I was like, what up, Sam? What's up, man?
zing,
Yeah, man.
swerve. No, ooh, yeah, no,
We
not
ain't
too
getting a
long.
lot on that, man. I mean, I
We're
don't
not.
know if, yeah, I don't know if people are scared to.
It's a slow day. It's a slow day. But
Mm,
yeah, like I'm thinking if she goes over there on weekends after the after the fourth or fifth weekend, I'm like, all right, look, I think if you haven't had him sorted out by now, and
right,
like you shouldn't be over there not helping him get it set up for you not to be there. Like
right,
you shouldn't be over there just order taking and just
right,
helping. Like, nah, you should be
right.
over there with the mission to not be there. Like,
Yeah,
so after
yeah.
4 or 5 weeks, if it ain't set up, if some processes ain't set up,
Hmm.
all right, well he's just gonna be
Yeah,
out of luck.
yeah. You definitely have a duty requirement, like what you can and can't do.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, I mean, bathing is out the question.
Oh man, but when it but look honestly, when did they do it and just not tell you?
Yeah, they would.
I mean, I
They
mean,
would. They
because
would.
it's their ex, so they're like, I mean, I've seen them naked. Yeah, I helped them bathe, but they're just not. They won't tell you.
They're
Come
not. They're
home,
not gonna tell that. They're just gonna
come.
say, "Yeah, I was over there helping them, helping out." What did you do? I mean, just fix some tuna and stuff like that. Helping, gave him his
Change
medicine.
his sheets, wash his
What about when
clothes.
he had to take a shower? What? I mean, he can't stand up. What happened?
Oh, he could do that. Oh no, I didn't.
You right, man. I didn't even think about that, but you right.
Oh, I helped him get in the bathroom, and then he did his thing, and then
Right.
I
Yeah.
helped him get
Yeah.
out.
I just helped him. He leaned on me and we got him to the toilet and then I just turned my back. I mean, you know, damn.
No, for a fact she's just not telling you, but she done helped this man pee and everything.
Yeah.
She held it for him. She held it for him.
Might be done put it back in and everything, man.
All of all of it. And she just
Yeah.
because we wouldn't be able to handle that. No, not at all. If you
Right.
tell me that, look, you got to go sleep over there now, or you could never go back over there. One or the
Right.
other.
Right.
Like,
The lovely say, when you trust your person, that is not a problem. There's a time limit. There are certain things you can't do and things you can do. Mm. That sounds like somebody who ain't never been through it. Sammy says, fellas, would your feelings be different if the ex was an ex boyfriend or ex husband? I don't think it matters, BJ. It don't matter one way or the other to me. Boyfriend or husband.
yeah, no, because yeah, no. In this case, um, well, no. The thing is, I'm more tolerant if it's a husband. I'll tell you that's the difference.
You
Like
gotta explain that.
I'm more tolerant. Like not in terms of now because it's your ex-husband you can be over there for 6 months from now. No, more tolerant is in just the initial decision of me just signing off on it at all, right? Like if it's a boyfriend, I'm like, how long were you with him? A month? Hell no. You know,
Okay, I was with this boyfriend 12 years.
12 years. Okay, hey, that makes sense. All right,
Makes no sense to me. I mean, I ain't gonna say it don't make sense, but to me, it's no different. Boyfriend, ex-husband, either one. I don't give a damn what it is. You could have been with the ex-husband a year, but just
No,
cause
you're
it's an
right.
ex-husband, he got more juice. I don't think so. I think it's the same. Ex-husband, ex-boyfriend,
Yeah,
ex-wife, ex-girlfriend. It's the
I
same.
hear you. I hear
Yeah,
you. Yeah, I always put the impact on it with husband because I'm assuming that this was a different type of relationship. But there's a lot of people that are just married or are just dating, and it
right,
it could go either way. Like dating for 12 years, married for 2 months. Like, yeah,
right.
I
Yeah.
I hear you.
Now the husband shit and the wife shit is just a title. That's it. Xavier said, as a nurse, I have had to help a male patient put his penis in the urinal. I was on the clock. So if they have an injury, sometimes they can't reach or stand up.
You were a nurse. That was your
You're a
job.
nurse. You're doing your job. You ain't an ex over there putting his penis back in.
It's somebody that you had relations with.
Right. And you got your dude at the high waiting on you.
Yeah.
Mad as hell pacing like, you know, he's gonna go rob a bank.
See, you can come home from like your nursing job and you can tell him what you had to do, and he'll be like,
Right.
"Oh, really? You had to do that? Dang, that's
Exactly.
crazy."
Damn, man. You right, BJ. Damn, that's crazy.
You come
But come
home from
home.
the ex, you can't say none of that. You mute.
Yeah. Ain't no way you can have that same conversation.
No. Hey, you
No
know what I had
way.
to do today? What? That man, I had to help him pee. What?
Yeah, man. You need to get your ass out of here.
You're looking at her hands differently.
Everything. You right, man. You could do that as a nurse and come home. Man, you ain't gonna believe this man came out naked and I'm yeah. You gonna be like, oh baby,
Uh,
oh baby, for real?
I'd hate to have your job.
Yeah. That same conversation, you over having the ex. Dang, I had to have put his clothes on. He can't even put his clothes on, baby.
You
What?
can't.
You haven't been putting his clothes on? What the hell you
Look,
talking about?
we're sleeping with space between us, or I'm on the
Man,
couch. You can't make my plate.
none of that.
You can't.
None of it, bro.
None of it.
None of it. None of it. But yeah, that's a trip, man. That's a trip. Listen, man, I want to say this. This is in lieu of Father's Day coming up, man. Okay, um, ladies, if you got a guy and man, he's taking care of his business. I mean, you mean the bills are paid, the house is groomed, and this man wants some things for himself. Example, he want some type of car. He want, um, you know, some type of jewelry. I mean, some things that he just want for himself. You know, it could be something huge. It could be something small. It doesn't matter. If he's taking care of his business, his sky should be the limit. I like to say to the ladies, man, stop beating your men down. Stop beating your husband down. Stop beating your boyfriends down. Because most men, man, are non-confrontational. They don't want no problems.
Yeah.
They don't, man. They don't want to argue. They don't want nothing. So a lot of them would be like, they would they would resent you and be mad as hell, and they would allow you to tell them what they don't need. You don't need no car like that. You don't need no motorcycle. What's wrong with you?
Just to not have the conversation.
And just to not have a conversation, the man will just roll over, man. He will just roll over. And it's just,
But
time out
that
for that, man.
but that doesn't mean it's forgotten.
It's not forgotten
That
because he's telling his buddy, man, this goddamn bro, man, damn. And you look at your partner, his partner already know how he is, so he like, for what, dog? Are you for real, man? Man, that cold blooded, dog. And he said, man, what you your henpeck ass? But to keep the peace,
to keep the peace.
the guy will just not get something he wants. However, a lot of ladies don't understand when they're in this house, they got the yard groom, they got the house they want, they just got some new dining room furniture, they just got a new fence put around the house, they just got a new bedroom suite. That's women stuff. And ladies tend to get what they want.
Mm-hmm.
They get what they want,
Mm-hmm.
i.e., Mother's Day.
Oh yeah, Mother's Day versus Father's Day.
Mother's Day versus Father's Day. Ladies get what they want, man. And so when your guy that's a hell of a dude and he's taking care of his business, man, you ain't want for nothing, you ain't hurt for nothing, everything you can't get out. I want enough, and he trying to make it happen for you. The kids are taken care of, and this dude, man, I think I want to get me a motorcycle, man. Don't tell that man you ain't getting no motorcycle. Don't
That
tell
one's
that man.
that one's a harder sell because there's so many people that have made it almost demonic to ride a motorcycle. That's just how bad they like how badly they talk about riding a
Well, let's
motorcycle.
use something else then. Let's take motorcycle out of it. Because I know where you going, but
Yeah,
I'm trying, that's not the point that
right,
motorcycles,
right,
people
right, right.
feel like motorcycles kill. Let's say he want a Corvette.
Okay,
He's always wanted a Corvette all his life.
and he
He
can
can
afford
afford the
it.
Corvette,
Yeah,
but his lady is saying, you don't need no damn Corvette. What you gonna do with a Corvette? And he will say, and he will not get his Corvette.
what's she gonna do with the fifth hair dryer?
She just come home with that. She don't even run that by him.
No, no,
She don't even run that by him. He just come home and it's tags on new living room furniture. He just sit down at,
no,
damn.
no argument, no
When,
argument.
when we get there,
Uh-huh. Oh, this shirt is nice.
yeah.
Sure.
You like it, baby? Yeah, I like it. I like it.
You come
Yeah, I
home in
like
a
it.
Corvette, she don't even want to get inside of it. You
Not at all,
honking, beep beep.
man. I'm telling you, dog. You're right there. I mean, we talking about the same thing, man. And so much of it is going on, BJ. Where just stop beating these dudes up, man. And
Yeah,
if you got a cat that's take care of his business, man, let the dude have some enjoyment. You have to remember, my cousin told me this a long time ago, and it was one of uh, the most clever things he ever said. And I was like, "Nee, bro, you must got that from a TV show." But he said, "Man, when boys are little boys, they love to play with balls and cars and trucks, and they just grow up to be grown boys. They still love boys, cars, balls, cars, trucks, and motorcycles like BJ got.
yeah,
BJ ain't thinking really. I mean, thinking about when I'm gonna get this this $300,000 house, but he went and got that motorcycle. That's
yeah.
cause those kind of things are what makes men feel good. They want a nice car. You look at a man's car, it'd be immaculate. You can eat off the floor, especially if he got a nice one.
Yeah.
You look in a woman's car, man. You may have chicken bones or
Oh, oh, oh yeah,
chips and chip bags all on the floor
oh
and
yeah,
whatever.
oh
But
yeah.
go to her house and it's immaculate.
Immaculate.
Because that's what little girls love. They play with
Oh man,
houses, doll
you are
houses.
you're saying something,
Yeah, that's what they did. So they grew up. I want my house to look like my doll house.
right?
They put shoes and stuff like that and put the purses on the little dolls, and that's what they grow up liking.
Mm-hmm.
So they go out and get these things for themselves, especially when they can afford it. And the husband, on the other hand, she's telling him, you don't need that.
So before a man buys something he wants, he should just break up with his girl and then buy it and then get back with
She gonna say you gotta get rid of that Corvette.
her. No, I said that because it was funny. When I got the motorcycle, I wasn't with my girlfriend at the time. So she knew I got it and she saw it and everything, but she couldn't say anything. I just wasn't with her
Right,
at the time. And then after I was with her, I mean, hey, I got it. It's fine. I mean,
right,
there's nothing to say about the decision or nothing like that.
right. This is something I
But
got for
I
you.
know for a fact if we were together, there would
She
have
would
been
have fought you
oh
on it.
yeah, oh yeah,
She
oh
would
yeah,
have fought you on it.
oh
Yeah. And that's my point, man, is that ladies gotta stop beating guys down, man. Because most guys will just be like, God, oh man, I can't have nothing. I knew a cat one time. I knew him one time. Good buddy of mine. I ain't seen him in years. We was sitting having a drink, man, and he, we when we have when we would get together, I would buy around, he would buy around, I would buy around, he would buy around. So I bought me and him around. We just sitting there talking. He buys around, so then he gets a text message and says,
I remember.
he gets a text message and said, "What the hell are you using the American Express card for? And you got some don't you got some cash in your pocket?" And he turned to me and he was just like, now we in some kind of conversation. I don't know what, but it wasn't about none of that type of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
He turned to me and said, "Man, this don't make no sense. I make $100,000 a year, man, and I can't spend $7, $8 on my American Express card. But do you know the next 3 rounds I had to buy?
I remember this story. Oh man.
The next 3 rounds. Now he venting to me, but he wasn't using that card no more.
No, he stopped.
He wasn't using that card no more, man.
Talked about it the whole time.
And was hot about it. Man, that's what I'm talking about. Man, that's some bull job, man. Damn.
You get this round?
I said, damn, man, I'm still thirsty. I'm still thirsty. And I don't want to. So I'm like, damn, man, you want one? Yeah, man, give me another.
Oh, so he wasn't even asking for the rounds. You were just trying to continue it.
Yeah, we haven't, man. We ain't but 2 drinks in. And it's time for his round again.
So if it was up to him, it would have just stopped
Yeah,
there.
it would have
Y'all
been
would
over, man. We'd have just been drinking water and talking.
been talking, yeah.
That ain't sexy.
Oh man.
Oh Lord. The letter said those are called joy stealers. That's a good word for that. Joy stealers. Yeah. Uh the lovely said if that person is important to my husband, then I wouldn't be upset. Excuse me, there's just boundaries to the situation. And X says a Corvette is a male menopause car. What? So what? That man want a Corvette. Let him have a Corvette. He can afford a Corvette. Why you got to put a label on it? You know what I mean?
And it's funny. It's funny she says that because when a woman goes through menopause, like sure that may be a rough time in her life, but she has many rough times in her life before that, where she's always getting this for her, getting this for her, getting this for her, getting this for her.
Yeah.
So you're just saying what he's got one rough time where he gets something for himself,
He want to
you
buy
know?
something that makes himself feel good.
Yeah. What's
I
wrong
mean,
with that?
what? I mean, he doesn't work all his life. What he supposed to do?
Yeah.
You know what I think secretly women want is to make him not spend so much money. So when he checks out, it's more for her.
Damn.
I mean, because statistically, the man goes first, right?
Statistically,
The man goes first.
yeah, statistically.
So
Ooh.
if you think about these ladies saying, you don't need that, because I mean, if
She's
he go buy
counting it
a car,
up.
yeah, he go buy a Corvette, that's 100 grand gone. I
She's
mean,
counting
'cause-
like how many years could I live off of what he's
right,
let's see. He got his got his 401k. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
he's investing in this. That should probably be
He got
about
the
three hundred
insurance money
thousand
I
by
got
the
on his
time.
ass. I got insurance on his ass.
Yeah.
So,
Man, if he gets this car, he's gonna be paying his monthly note.
mm-hmm.
Ah, I can't do that.
Can't do that. Mm-mm. And a motorcycle what for $50,000? No, that's ridiculous.
And if you for the life insurance, she's trying to get him to a certain age. So she's
Yeah,
like, nah, too risky. Nah,
yeah,
you ain't doing skydiving. You can't go out on a boys trip. Nah, now
yeah,
if you go anywhere, you got to go to Oregon. Nah,
yeah,
y'all gotta go to the national park.
yeah. You put on them sandals and them socks, and you take your ass, put your backpack on, and you can walk through the trail. But all this jumping out of plane shit, no, you ain't doing that.
No, none of that. None of that.
You get
That's
over here and
funny.
sit down. Them people is young. You ain't doing that.
Why are you swimming so far out in the ocean? Look, come
Yeah,
back. No, no, no. You go too fast on the jet ski.
yeah.
You know,
Stop popping willies on that runner. Who you think you are?
we were in that is funny. We were in Cancun. I don't know if I told you this, but we rode jet skis and we did a speedboat. And both times we got to drive it. We got to ride it.
Mm,
I don't know who told me this, but I don't think it's very funny. Oh, they let you drive it? Oh yeah, they don't care about safety in Mexico. I was like, what's wrong with you? But anyways, so we were driving the jet skis and the speedboats, and man, I tell you, like there's just a few moments where just her shrieks were just irritating. I was just like, look, can you just enjoy it?
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like, man, I am not about to baby this thing.
yeah.
I'm about to ride
Do the
the
damn thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
we don't do this every day.
But again, that's what boys do.
Yeah,
Boys, it's a little cat
yeah,
man who bring his son to the gym where I'm at. Well, we may I may run to him at the gym. He brings his son. Kid, he may be two, man. When I tell you, I be looking at this kid like, oh my god, he be done climbed up on some shit, man, and I be like, man, this boy is a Viking. This boy is a Viking. He homeboy can't even work out, man, because he steady taking him over.
yeah.
Clearly, if he falls, something breaking.
Oh yeah,
And he
oh
be
yeah.
done scaled it. The little boy be scared. He be done scaled it, man. And I'm like, God no.
And he
But
brings
I
him every
mean,
time.
yeah, but that's my point. You saying what you was doing and make that those are boys.
Exactly.
That's just what we do, man. We most of us are we rough and rugged. We live dangerously,
Yeah.
And if I got an ATV and I'm on vacation, I'm about to do the damn thing.
For real.
I got a
Don't
helmet
tell
on. I'm about to do it.
don't tell me to slow down. I get it. Okay, the corners. All right, cool. We don't want to flip. Whatever.
Right.
But look, straight away, hey, I'm gunning it. They
It's on.
said full speed in the speedboats. They said do not slow down. I'm not
Right.
slowing down.
Right. Right. Yeah. 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 Hey, look, man. We gonna get out of here, man. That was a great one, bro. That was a great one. Like I said, man, I sure appreciate talking to you, man.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure.
Oh yeah. The love say after 10 years, you just increased life insurance policy. Yeah, I mean, if it makes you feel better, most men don't care no way. Yeah, I don't care. Increase it. Who cares? But that's the point. But y'all think about what I said about the 10% thing we talked about. And listen, man, y'all have a great weekend. And look, bro, everything good with you, right?
Everything's good with me.
Cool. Cool.
I'm just being a Samaritan, watching other people do some things and learning from from
There
what
you go.
they do.
Gotcha. I know I've been bumping off lately. I just want to make sure everything good.
No, but are you good? Are you good? I know you
I'm
said
great, man. I'm
some
great,
people have
bro.
been okay.
Yeah, I'm great, man. I'm great. Yeah, that's why I want to come in on what I came in on. I'm great.
Yeah,
I'm great,
already.
man. And just getting better, man. I'm like Future said on that song, him and Drake, man. I'm just loving life, man. I don't know the
Yeah.
rest of it. I know Future that beat went hard though after that one though.
I don't even know the song, but
When they was in the
Future.
restaurant with Future and
Oh
Drake.
yeah, and the song flips. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah. Drake
Yeah,
come in
that's
with
a.
his part, and then Future like, man, I'm just
Oh
living
yeah,
life,
yeah.
man. And
I
then
I can't lie. The first time I saw that music video, I watched it like 8 times and like back to back.
it's nice, man. When they're in the little restaurant working together, then at the
Uh huh.
end of it, they doing a video or something with the
Yeah, the
producer.
video there in the
Yeah,
warehouse. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's cool. I like that little joint. But yeah, man, we're gonna get up out of here, man. Look here, man. Have a great weekend. Everybody have a good weekend. Until then, next week. No more basketball. So y'all come see us. Let's chop it up, talk about something. Until then, holla.